This video will scare you, so only brave people will look at it. There's an amazing place in this world where some of the world's most dangerous animals live. You probably noticed where this amazing place is. Australia. You've seen a lot of videos about the animals of Australia, but surely you haven't seen anything about this hellish beast yet. The world's most venomous and dangerous snake, the inland taipan. Everyone in the world knows the cobra, the dangerous snake that lives in India. If cobra venom is not taken, it is extremely dangerous and can easily kill humans with one bite. Of course, if someone doesn't come to the person who has been bitten. But when the name inland taipan comes up, the cobra looks for a place to hide because it has nothing to say. The venom of the snake is 23 times more deadly than cobra venom. When a cobra bites, it injects a lot of venom into the body of its prey. Cobra injects approximately 420 milligrams of poison. This amount of venom can kill 2,600 mice at a time. But the inland taipan is not like a cobra injecting 420 milligrams at once. The snake injects a tenth of a cobra, about 44 milligrams. But the 44 milligrams of poison it injects is so powerful that it can kill 220,000 rats. The venom of the inland taipan is a tenth of a cobra, but its lethal power is 100 times that of a cobra. Do you see these red colors in Central Australia? These are the areas where the snake lives. If you travel to Australia, try not to go to these areas because the chances of encountering this reptilian demon are high. Now, if someone gets indiscreet and goes into this area and the snake bites him, what happens? If this person gets to the hospital in this area quickly, they have an antidote to the snake venom. But at this point, time is of the essence because this poison kills a human in 45 minutes. We now imagine that this person reached the hospital in less than 45 minutes and received the antidote. Is everything going to be okay? It will luckily survive, but it will probably no longer be eaten by that person before the bite. The snake's venom can cause permanent damage to humans. Stay with me as we focus more on the snake and see why the snakes evolved this way and why did its venom become so powerful. Scientists have yet to figure out this type of evolution and why did snakes and other poisonous creatures become venomous at all. Scientists know that none of the ancient snakes of the earth had venom. They only had muscle strength and muscle, like Titanoboa. But as we move forward in time, the strength of most of the snakes diminishes, but on the other hand, they have more deadly poisons. In ancient times, snakes lived in forest spots because they could hide between trees and trap their prey. But the time we get to about 20 million years ago, many of these forests turned into thickets and these snakes couldn't easily hide. Large, high-powered snakes couldn't survive in these spots because they couldn't lurk. They had to run for prey and that means they couldn't hunt. They lost their defense system, which was their strength, over time, and instead of muscles power, they got poisons because they need it. This change took millions of years, of course. When we compare the venom of the world's deadly snakes, they each have their own formula and are unrelated, indicating that they have changed according to their area of life, their venom and adjusted for prey in the same region. The favorite food of the most venomous snakes in the world is small mammals. The habitat of the inland taipan is extremely unforgiving, waterless and grassy and hot desert. It doesn't come across as food here. Scientists say the snake's terrible venom may be because hunting is scarce in the area, and the venom must be such that it kills 100% of the prey with a single bite, not that the bite gets up and runs away. There's so little hunting in this area that when the inland taipan bites a prey, it tries to bite it several times before it dies. While hunting, he dies with the first bite, but the inland taipan wants to make sure he eats a delicious breakfast today. But what does this poison do to its head when it enters the body of an animal? First, it activates inflammatory enzymes, and then a series of other enzymes begin to clot the blood so that the prey cannot move easily. This poison prevents the blood from reaching the masses, and it can be said that it paralyzes the muscles, which is why those who receive the antidote survive, but it is not known if they will recover completely. The chances of permanent injuries are very high. This toxin, when it enters the human body, is aimed directly at the kidneys and it destroys everything in its path. There were many people who were bitten by the snake and received an antidote and survived but suffered kidney failure. One of the most important foods of the snakes are rats. When the snake injects its poison into the rats, they become completely paralyzed, and even though they are alive and their eyes are open, they cannot move and the snake starts eating the rat alive. Scientists say inland TAIPAN venom is more lethal than a substance called paradoxin, which is not toxic on its own, but when it's combined with other substance, it becomes a deadly poison. It is as if the devil is producing a deadly poison with his own hands, and this is the poison that exists in the inland TAIPAN. The nature of the world is both amazing and terrifying. Today, the world has shrunk. It means that people from all over the world can be aware of events. In the same way, we are now informed that in Central Australia, in an area where no humans live, this creature lives. A creature that, with 44 milligrams of its poisons, could kill 220,000 rats. The dreaded chemical weapons industries cannot produce the toxic either. This is why the venom of the snakes is so rare and precious. For example, every gram of cobra snake venom, which is so abundant in India, is bought and sold for $150. But inland TAIPAN poison is not sold to ordinary people. Australians take this poison and sell it to scientists just for research. Do you want to know the price? $10,000 a gram. But it's not the most expensive poison in the world. The most expensive poison in the world is related to this creature, scorpion death stalker. Each gram of the scorpion's venom costs $11,000. You should know that there are poison farms in the world, most of which produce scorpion venom. For example, here's a scorpion venom farm that breeds scorpions. They take the poison of scorpions and sell. But what are these poisons good for? All over the world, there are research companies working on these poisons. They are the main customers of these toxins. Pharmaceutical and serum-making companies are also purchasers of these poisons. Stanford University in California, for example, has a scorpion breeding farm. But not for sale, but only for the research of university scientists. Another example of the benefits of these toxins is that drugs made for joint pain or arthritis. One of the primary ingredients is scorpion venom, because within these poisons there are painkiller enzymes. There are also farms producing snake venom, and these poisons are also used in various medicines. One example is blood pressure medications, which uses snake venom, but the main customers of these poisons are research centers that want to know more about what else can be done with these poisons. Be aware, of course, that there are also some humans who are marigolds who hunt and poison these snakes on their own and sell their venom. Of course, they are very professional, because it's extremely dangerous and it's not worth the risk. Thank you for being with us until the end. We hope you liked the video. Please support us with likes and subscribe.